Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's doing well. We're back in City Skylines in my city here. I stared at this map for more than an hour and I still don't know what to do. All I know is I'm not happy. I haven't been happy since the beginning. I do know there are issues, and I knew it was going to happen. Issues always crop up when you start getting larger, but I think we should start by building our industry, putting a road in, forestry, making farming bigger. Or I'm not too worried about, but I think that's where the traffic issue is coming from. So we need a way to get roads through here while also gently expanding. That neighborhood I want gone. I keep saying that and I never do it because I forget to expand, which is where we're going. Now that junction as well, I've been complaining about it. I do think it should go more down toward the bottom here. Roundabout. I'm not a fan of roundabouts. I know they can work, but only if you have mods. So I try to avoid them. I just think that looping and overlapping roads works a little bit better in vanilla mode, and I'm probably wrong about that. Maybe I should, I don't know, or just move that, what is it called, a clover leaf? Move it down more toward the dotted border there. Or leave it where it is. I mean, I know they don't fit in there. I'd have to take out the road, but I really think that needs to be fixed because I'm thinking I should expand here, but come all the way down and just loop the neighborhood back up, which would be a problem for that thoroughfare. Where would the thoroughfare go? I don't want it running through a neighborhood. So again, I have ideas, but see, the 14,000, to get to 14,000 is probably more important to me than anything else at this moment because I really want to clean up that water. I can't expand either until I get to 1,400, but you do get this water treatment plant. I don't know if that goes in the water or near water, but man, do I want that. I want to get the pollution out of the water. So I think what we'll do here is we'll grow our industries and work on expanding our population to get to 14,000 so that we can get that water treatment plant. And I hope it's the right one. Because again, in vanilla, I'm so used to watching videos. Everybody uses all of the DLC and a lot of mods, and I don't have either. So I'm not quite familiar with full vanilla game. I mean, I've even watched a few videos where they say they're working in vanilla, but they have like 1 or 2 DLC enabled, or they have a few specific mods enabled to make it easier. I don't have that luxury. So I think if I expand these industries, it will help accommodate the influx of population. So at the same time, the more populated the city gets, the more problems crop up. And I'm almost convinced that the problem's going to be traffic. We're already seeing spotty issues where my ore isn't getting their product in or out. And I reluctantly ignored my main thoroughfare for a while. I upgraded the road. I added stop signs. I tried to go throughout the entire area and put stop signs where I think they help at all those junctions. So I don't know about expanding this area. I mean, I'm going to do it because it's there. But I think in vanilla mode, and I could be wrong, you're welcome to correct me. Please do if I'm stating anything incorrectly. In vanilla mode, this is kind of like SimCity 5 in that once these resources are gone, they're gone. And you need a mod to paint them in or a mod to make them permanent. I don't have those. So we might as well use up what we can at this moment. And then when they're gone, obviously you wait until the land clears up and then you come back in and just add people in commercial. And I don't have a problem with that because we already have offices. And I believe offices replace industry, which is usually how I go. But this time I wanted to try these industries just to see how they work out in the vast scheme of things. Do they give you more money? Do they help the economy more? Are they more beneficial to your... How come I can't think of the word of the people who move into this city? I want to say villagers, and that's not right because that's Animal Crossing. Population. Is that the word? I'm just curious. I'm absolutely curious about this. I think I'm getting better at roads, but I'm not quite sure. Sometimes I do well and then other times I don't, and it all has to do with being able to see. Again, there is probably a button, something I'm not clicking on to show me the slope of the land. But even when I watch other people's city skylines, wow, videos, they'll be working along and being very studious, very helpful, but they'll say quick things like, you can see the slope there, and then they just move on, and I'm just sitting there going, what? Where's the... I don't see. And I never do. I don't even see it here. Until it's too late, and I'm putting the item down, and then all of a sudden you get this great big ridge. I just don't see it. I see flat land. So there has to be something I'm not including when I'm doing this. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what button I'm missing to be able to see how the land is moving. I see. Where did that come from? And you can see it when you hit landscaping, but you can't have landscaping on when you're, and you do have to remove the item in order to get the whole thing to flatten. Oh boy. But I didn't see it. And a lot of these people who make the videos, they're younger and smarter. Obviously, they're going to have better eyesight. They just, yeah, there it is right there. Just follow along it. I'm like, there's what? Where? What do you... It's very hard for me to see this. Obviously, I can see it in landscape mode. I also forget, and I'm sure that this annoys some of you, I forget to go back and make it a little prettier. Like, get rid of that ugly black scorch mark there. I always forget to go back and do that. But that's something I'm not used to doing at all. I'm just trying to flatten this area so I can put a road through that is not all way up high in the air. I'm also trying to keep this blue line. What am I not doing right? I don't know. It works sometimes and other times it just doesn't work at all. I think I'm just either not going far enough or going too far. But I think I'm getting a little bit better at making roads. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. No, you're not. No, you still stink at making roads. That's fine. So a little advice goes a long way with me. You're welcome to tell me what I could be doing better, which buttons I need to be pressing in order to see things that I just don't see. Everybody else does but me. So yeah, I could have prettied up that ridge. I will. I'm in test mode, I think. Being in test mode makes things different for me. I also have my hands in my pocket. It's very cold. Do you know that over a foot of snow fell in the UP yesterday? A foot. But that's not uncommon up there. I'm just letting you know it's very cold down here. I think the high today is going to be 44. But this weekend is supposed to go back up into the 70s. So we can look forward to that, I guess. And then it's going to go back down. But that's fall here where I live. So I gave them their utilities. And this, for some reason, it didn't show up. What happened here? How come it's not blue? What did I do wrong? It looked like it was hooked up to me. Yeah, I'm following the road. I heard the ding. And nothing. It's black. Is that normal? Because it's doing the same thing around my ore. I don't think I ever saw that before. Unless I never noticed. I don't know. But my farming is starting to look a little pathetic because of that ridge. And I am calling it a ridge. I hope that's okay with everybody because I can't think of the technical term for when the land goes up like that. So I figure let's see how this expands. If it expands, it's probably going to expand and then ask me for workers. But I like my farm area and I like that it goes down that far. But it is encroaching on the thoroughfare. And by thoroughfare, I just mean the road that goes straight through your city. So let's build up here in advance of them saying we don't have any workers. I'm not keeping it this long on purpose. I'm going to, break it up a little bit. But I'm thinking I want to try a little bit of a mix. Let's put regular green in with the higher density green. I refuse to use high density blue because maybe I'm thinking too much SimCity 5. I don't want all of those businesses going out immediately because they don't have high-end shoppers. But our high-end shoppers, the dark green. Why can't I think of that word? I can say commercial and I can say industry, but I can't say the green one. Commercial, industry, it's just not coming to me, I'm sorry. So that's what I mean by green, the people who move in. Is the darker green meaning they want a higher class of shopping district? Because that's how it is in SimCity 5, and I know I'm mixing the two games up a little bit too much, and maybe I shouldn't do that. We have plenty of schools. I don't even know that they're all filled, but I'm trying to make these guys as happy as I can. When I see red, I start to panic, and I shouldn't do that because I should be looking at the overall happiness and the land value, and I just keep forgetting to do that. And it's probably because from the very start of this series, I was only interested in building up the industries that are available to me to see how well they work. I don't know. But I'm sure this is the way with maybe some of you who play this game as well. You come into the game with a set idea to work on something, and then all of a sudden other issues crop up and it distracts you from what you originally set out to do. That's what happens to me a majority of the time when I'm playing this game. So at least I have this area built up. I know, they're right close again. But for some reason, that cemetery just keeps building up. But I do have, no, I won't get those until 1400 either. The incinerator, I shouldn't say that, the crematorium. The incinerator. I already have incinerators for garbage. But my graves are filling up really quick, which means we're probably whipping through our lifespans here. I tend to play this game in triple mode, triple speed. I just want to see things move. Yeah, see, so we have an issue with death now. While I'm in the middle of trying to build up this new neighborhood. And I'm not ignoring it. I'm just trying not to see it until I do what I need to do. But cemeteries, I don't mind them, and I think it's cute to have a few dotted here and there. But because the crematorium, I guess, does a better job, and it's tinier, and people actually like, which is gross, but they actually like having crematoriums in their neighborhood. I remember seeing one when I was at Eastern. And when it was on fire, it made me want to cry when you saw the smoke coming out of the stack. Not a pleasant sight. But this game, again, when it comes to realism, they really didn't take too much of that into consideration, did they? So I figured I would give them some parks, which is another thing I keep forgetting to drop down. But all we can do is hope that we get the 14,000 people in here so that I can move on. That water is stopping me from wanting to move on. I don't want more people in here polluting my water. But I have to get more people in order to get the thing that stops them from polluting. So do they have any angry messages for me? How are the roads? Good? Okay, yes, oh, we did it! Yay! There we go! So we can move on. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I hope you enjoyed this. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves and have a wonderful day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.